Hello and welcome back to the redstone tutorial. In this one I'm going to be showing you how to build an automatic tree farm. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I want to start today's video off by saying if this video helps you out in any way, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. It helps out a lot. But with that being said, let's get straight into building it. Alright, this design is based off of my previous design, which I put out a tutorial on about 4 days ago. It's right over there. If you want to see that tutorial, link will be in the description. But one of the main changes I made was this piston wall, and this piston wall makes the farm so much more efficient. I also raised this block by 1, so now it's 5 tall, which will also help in efficiency. So if you were looking for a cheaper design, then definitely go and check that out. It's not as efficient, however it's way cheaper. It's so bare bones. Just go and check out the tutorial if you're interested. But this one is super efficient. You just sit here and hold down the left click button, and then you come in with your efficiency 5 haste 2 axe, haste 2 beacon, and yeah, you would mine all this down, collect all the wood. Happy days. But these are all the resources that you will need if you are building it in survival mode. So you will need 1 dispenser, 1 lever, 3 hoppers, 2 redstone torches, 61 pistons, 2 observers, 6 redstone repeaters, 60 pieces of redstone dust, and some saplings, along with a ton of bone meal, but I will touch on that in a minute. So I'm going to show you how to build it right now. Alright, in the last clip I failed to mention that you will need some transparent blocks and some normal building blocks. I recommend glass and smooth stone, mostly because that's what I use and it's easy to follow along in the tutorial, but I like smooth stone because it has a grid pattern, and I like glass because it also kind of has a grid pattern going for it. But I'm just going to come over a couple blocks so my redstone doesn't get intermingled, and this is where the tutorial starts. So we're going to place a piston right here, and then 4 pistons on top of that, so 5 pistons like so. Take an observer and have that face in the same direction as the piston faces. Now take a block and place 1 right there and 1 right there. Now take your glass and place that like that, and break all of that. Place that right there and 1 right there. Now take your redstone dust and place that right there, and then down here on these glass blocks as well, 1 right there. And now take some more glass, place that right there, and now make a 3x2 using your smooth stone, just like that. Take some redstone dust, run it across like so, and now take some repeaters, place 1 right there and 1 right there, set this one to 2 ticks, and now take a piston, set that right there, and place 1 right there. Now you can break this piston, and what this does is this will break the leaves. And yeah, so you need that in order for new trees to actually make this observer detect it. And now what we're going to do is to set up our auto dispenser for our bone meal. So you're going to place a dispenser right there with a block on the back. You're then going to take redstone dust and place that right there, redstone dust right there and there. And now take a redstone door and place it right there, and 1 right there. Now take a lever and set that on top like so, and it should shut like that. And that is a feature I added, so then the tree will not be here when you leave the AFK, because that could mess up the farm. But yeah, that is this part done, and now we're going to work on the wall. Alright, reviewing that clip back, I think I called this a redstone torch or gorch or whatever. It is in fact a redstone torch. So with that being said, it's time to move on to the wall. So you're going to take your pistons and set some right there, and you're going to build out by 11. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Build this up by 5 blocks by just going across. So that's 2, and then 3, just like that, 4, and finally 5. So now that we have the wall done, all we have to do is place an observer right here with the same sort of circuit as we have for the breaking of the leaves. So a redstone dust right there with a repeater right there and another one right there. This one's set to 2 ticks with redstone dust connecting those up. Now we need to take an output from right here, and we just take blocks right there, run this across here, so we need blocks right there. And we also need blocks right here, and finally blocks right here. And all this does is allow us to power all of these pistons. So we're just going to run redstone dust across all of these. Not there, that is not useful. And just like that, all the way across, and same right here. And across the top as well. And now that we have that, all we need to do is connect these up. And so I'm just going to quickly check back over here. And we need to build this part of the circuit, which is pretty simple, but it's just the transparent blocks that get me screwed up. So yeah, right there, alright. So we're going to take some transparent blocks and place 1 right there with 1 right there. connect this up with solid blocks, and then we need a transparent block there, and right there with some blocks right there. Perfect. Now all we need to do is connect this up and put some repeaters. So then, oh, this has to be a transparent block, just like that. Alright, and now run some redstone across there, right there, right there, right there, right there, and right there, and finally right there. Now we just need to take our repeaters, so we need one right there, and I believe it is one right there. And so all that does is make it so then our pulse gets all the way across, so then all of the piston move. So let me just place one block right there just to test it. And yes, that is it. So that is that wall done, and now pretty much everything is done. I just need to show you the storage system for the bone meal, and then you've built an automatic tree farm. Alright, this storage system for the bone meal might be the easiest part of the entire farm. So you're just going to set down a hopper right there, and now I think I might have forgot to mention that you might need some chests, but this is a wood farm, so it shouldn't take long for you to get some chests. You don't really need this, I just recommend it, because if you don't have this, then you are quickly going to run out of bone meal, because this thing uses a lot of bone meal. And all I need to do now is replace these with transparent blocks. So I'm just going to go like that and quickly fix this up. So yeah, it's just like that, and then a redstone right there. Yeah, there we go. Good, and now we just need to run some hopper right there, and that is it. So now a chest right there, and one more right there. And now that is your bone meal storage. So if you were to come here, you would just open this chest and fill this chest with bone meal, and then, you know, it goes down the system. You get the point. That is your bone meal storage. So then if we were to fix this and we were to put bone meal in it, then it would start going, and then yeah, so I'm going to show you how to use it right now. Alright, one last thing to build, and you know, I completely forgot about this earlier in the video, but all you need to do, it's super simple, place a block right there. If you don't, you will get a mega tree and it will break the system. So just place a block right there, and now it is ready. I filled it up with some bone meal, it's probably cycled through. I got a bit right here. I didn't fully fill it up, I didn't see a need to for demonstration, but I would recommend hooking this up to a bone meal farm. And now all you got to do is flick this lever. It should do a double, yep, just like that, that's good, that's what it should do. Should start spewing out bone meal. Now just hold down right click if you're on PC. If you're on console, then hold down left trigger, and then it should pop a sapling like that, and then it should push that across. That's good, and then it does another one. This is significantly faster than my other design. However, if you are interested, link will be in the description. And yeah, so that is how this one works. It's much better, it's much more efficient. This took me about 20 minutes. It's about ready for harvest. I just need to do that layer, and then that would be good. And then that would be considered one harvest. So I would just need to do that, and then that would be good. That would be done and complete. So if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to subscribe. I'm starting to yell a bit because my neighbors are starting to do construction. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to subscribe and leave a like. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, then my Discord link is in the description. But anyways, that is all I have time for today, and I'll see you in the next one.